What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Mod Garage YouTube channel. This is a great warm Saturday afternoon and we're working in the shop. We got the bed off the truck. What we are doing is we ripped off the leaf spring suspension in favor of an update. So we are going with the 4-link suspension. The last video, I believe we left it that I was going to be using the leaf spring suspension, and I had to cut off the mounts for the springs, and so I had not fastened anything in yet. And a friend of mine that I work with here at the shop said, look, you're this far, you really need to do leaf spring delete, go with a 4-link. I wasn't convinced at first, and I came down the one night to work at it, and the more I got to looking at it and the more I got to thinking about it, I had taken these leaf springs apart and taken a leaf or two out, and so they're really soft, and with the power in a launch, the back end of the truck is really gonna dive towards the ground, working against traction and so forth. So I made up my mind to do the 4-link, and to save some money, I'm going to try to build the 4-link myself. So what I bought is the 4-link bushings with the weld bungs on, and I hadn't gotten enough for the whole 4-link suspension because I originally wasn't doing that, but since I have them, they're going to work really sweet. So I did get a head start on this thing. A friend of mine helped me rip it apart one night, and we had quite a time of getting these springs off. I'll put a little slow motion video in and popping the one spring off. We had springs flying everywhere, sparks flying, bolts flying. But we were getting it done. And then that same night we fabbed this up right on the axle for the 4-link setup, which is probably plenty overkill, but this is for the two arms going forward. And this afternoon I got the plate cut out for that, and I'm working at putting the bracket down that will incorporate the other end of the arms. If you notice that red strap right there, that is my center line of gravity in launch, I guess is what they call it. I have it hooked to the clutch finger at the center of the motor, and I actually had it at the contact patch down below of the tire. The force is being driven in that line of that strap. So what I did is I moved it up to this mounting point to get the angle of this bar. So this bar, this bottom bar, is going to be at that angle, so that the truck does not rise or lower in a launch. Hopefully it will go straight. So I'm not sure how much I want to get into all the complications of trying to find the angle of the bars. I've done the research and it's still a little foggy in my mind, but with this setup here, I'm going to be able to find the right correct angle and still have some adjustability, because I have a couple of different bolt hole selections there, and I will have a couple bolt hole selections up here. And the length of the bars, these are threaded, so that's adjustable alignment, adjustable pinion angle, adjustment wheel steer, everything. So, and then I need to do a panhard bar as well, so I'm not sure exactly where the panhard's going to be at this point, but we're gonna crack away at this thing and get this front mount fabbed up. I already got the pieces cut for the actual piece going down, and this is going to fit right inside here. So I'm just going to cut this one side off so that so it's open like a channel, and I'll be able to put different hole selections in there for the front of the 4-link suspension. So exciting to actually have a 4-link. And then we're going to go with coilovers, of course, and I think the coilovers are going to go right in here somewhere. Probably have a flange here with the coilover going down. So that coilover thing all needs figured out. Basically, once I have my axle welded solid to the frame right now because I didn't want it to move. once we get the 4-link bars done and the panhard figured out, we'll be able to figure out ride height. It's right at ride height where I'd like it to be. So one thing at a time. Definitely a lot to figure out, but we're gonna be doing this, figuring this 4-link suspension out to get this thing done. All right, sorry for the noisy shop, but it's raining torrents of rain outside. We got a thunderstorm moving through. There's flash flood warnings. Hopefully you can hear me. We're working in the shop. We're nice and dry. So that's the 4-link I have going on right now. Super, super, super sick. You can see at this angle, maybe you can't see it, but the bottom bar is like a little not straight with the top bar. That's because it's all pointing in the direction of the center of the engine. So everything's in line. Now, that can be adjusted a little bit. I have 2 holes back there to straighten it up, or I can add holes here. I can go down 1, up 1. I could make this full of holes here and have this adjustable for different ride heights. Let's say I want to lower the truck 4 inches. All I have to do is move these bars up, C-notch the frame, and we're good to go. But I think it's low enough the way it is now, and the 4-link I have on here is really solid. I'm loving this thing. So sick. One thing I wish I had, and that was left-hand turnbuckles. These ends are both right-hand thread, so I'm gonna have to pop bolts out and give it a turn or two, because if you spin this, you're undoing the other one and redoing that one, so it's like you're not getting anywhere. So you have to take them apart to adjust them, which is fine. So I'm gonna need to stick some washers in there, because this channel was not quite 2 inches. It was like 2 1/8. But right down in there is where I'll put my nuts on. I think I can reach up. Oh yeah, perfect. Reach up in there with my fingers to get that. So anyway, from the back view, oh man, oh, that is so awesome. Bars are completely straight with the frame. And there we go. So this is super exciting to get this 4-link mocked up. I tell you what we're gonna do is probably gonna paint these up real good, black, and the bars. We did talk about powder coating them. Take the ends out of the bars and powder coat the bars and the brackets, but then my rear end's not gonna be able to get powder coated, so I'll just paint it. You know, the rest of the truck, I mean, look, it looks like it's all rusty and whatever. I mean, it's not terrible, but if I start powder coating, you know, where do you stop and start? I should powder coat the whole frame, probably, the gas tank. This thing's been repainted, so this is like all faded crap. So I should redo the whole truck. I don't have the money to do that now. That's gonna be down the road. So we'll just probably paint these black with a good quality black paint, semi-gloss frame paint. And yeah, man, it's coming together really nice. I'm gonna get this other side mocked up, put on here. I got it welded together. I just need to bolt it on. All right, guys, the right side is done and the left side is done. Left side went a lot quicker because I had everything pre-drilled before I went on with it, and got it on there. Look at that. Fit and finish yet. Sanding everything down nice and smooth and getting it all pretty. I'm not sure. I'm gonna see what the other guys think, but capping this top here with something, I'm not sure if that's necessary or not. Probably not, but definitely, yeah, trim some edges off, like bevel these a little better so that looks looks nicer, but wow, came together really nice. Oh, it's so cool. I've always wanted a 4-link and I made my own. I hope it works. It should. So yeah, the next thing is going to be panhard bar and coilovers. So I gotta do some shopping and see what kind of coilovers we need. It's just a matter of time till this thing is getting on its way. All the major parts are bought. Not all of them are here yet, but most of them are here. I got a ton of boxes over here. That whole stash there, there's a couple boxes there. There's the intake is up there, which I didn't show you guys, but oh, so much stuff. And the transmission drive shaft's coming yet. Drop spindles for the front, a whole mess of little odds and ends. So I don't know what this thing might be running in a month or two. I don't know, something like that. But the mulch blowing season is done, so I will be back working in the shop here on trailers. So my schedule will not be quite as pushy, and I'll have energy to work in the evenings on this. So it's exciting, and we're getting it. So like that video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next upload. Have a great night.